Well, Scarlett, let me ask a question you probably have never heard before. It's going to be about comics. And for, well, some obvious reason, you seem to be the person who at this point can tell us, like, where lies like the difference these days between American comic culture and Asian, specifically Japanese culture?
Oh my gosh, I am not the person to ask that for. I literally...
Already that's an answer.
Yeah, I really, you know, I didn't grow up reading comics. I didn't grow up reading manga. I didn't grow up reading American comics. I mean, other than like the Archie series, you know, but yeah, it was never a part of my, I was never a part of my, what was in my zeitgeist.
Do you understand the envy that is coming up right now? I never was into it. I'm just getting all these roles, I get all this stuff, I don't know. But apparently, like, when all these nerds, like the other guys, not me, would come up and always like confront you with all these kind of things, you must catch something up and you say like, oh, apparently that seems to be interesting and important to them.
Yeah, I remember when we were doing the Avengers 2, we were doing Age of Ultron, and I was like, I don't think I even knew what Ultron was, and I had acted with him. You know what I mean? I was like, wait a minute. I swear to God, I remember Joss being like, did anybody read the script here? Like, I never knew what was going on. You know, when the movie came out, I'm like, it's Ultron, right? Like, I'm so disconnected. I'm so focused on my job, I guess. You know, it's funny, but I don't really use the source material. It's distracting for me. It's important for me to really be living the experience of the character in order to like fully embody them.
And when it comes to the approach to this specific role, I mean, you've been also like great as a voice, as an operating system in her, and that was already something very technical. But this time you are a soul, which is an apparatus, and at the same time you are living, but then a machine. Wasn't that kind of challenging? Like, should I be more like a machine, or should I be more like a person, or how did you approach that role? Well,
you know, while the character is like machine-y, she's the top of the line, right? Like she's the almost imperceptibly machine. And so, you know, I didn't want to suddenly be doing the robot or whatever. It's distracting, and I didn't want to isolate the audience. And she should kind of move seamlessly in this environment, but at the same time, like her experience is different. You know, it's like I thought, okay, if like part of human movement is like you want to sit in a chair or walk across the room, like we do that, right? Your brain tells your body to do that, and we're unaware of like the neurological, you know, connection that happens to make that a reality. But this character's, you know, her brain is sort of trapped in this body, and I imagine that there was, you know, her brain almost had to kind of move with such intention, you know, it had to tell the body, okay, I'm moving into this place, or I'm doing this thing, and that there was kind of this space that existed, like a little moment before, you know, it was like the thought and then the action, and that, so I realized that like nothing was, she doesn't do anything that's like superfluous, you know, she doesn't have any. She doesn't gesture when she talks. She doesn't have like little tics. Like none of that stuff is important to her. And it's actually, I fell back on that physicality a lot. You know, it was important.
And as the final question, I just got a few seconds, because you really seem to be seamlessly like walking between like independent movies and also like the big blockbuster movie. Do you see any difference except like the catering when you approach anything of these movies?
That's a funny question. I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, for instance, this film was big, but yet, like, you never have enough budget. It seems like it, especially with this one, it was a big budget if you see the number, but it was a huge undertaking. So you just never feel like you have enough time, and you never, you know, we were always like under the gun. I mean, I don't really see so much of a difference. I think probably a production that is smaller is oftentimes more efficient just because you have to be. No, it's you know, each experience is very unique.
All right, then thank you so much, and I agree. You look so much better.
And sometimes the catering's crappy on those big movies. Better on the small ones.
I would know. I would know. Thank you so much.